Oh, hi! I wish I could make this week more fun, but I can't. Sometimes the news isn't fun. This is an historic time to be alive right now. Not only is the world facing a pandemic, but also people around the world are saying enough to police brutality. From the United States of America to Paris, Rome, Tokyo, Hungary, and London, and more. People chanting one of the last phrases heard from the person at the center of the incident that seems to have started it all, George Floyd. The words, "I can't breathe." Floyd had his funeral this week that was live streamed and seen around the world. What makes his death, this particular incident, so different is that we see the people who say they are sworn to protect and serve the community murder a member of that community in one of the cruelest ways possible. A knee on his neck as 3 police officers pin him down for 8 minutes and 48 seconds. This wasn't a film. This was murder, shown on television and shared over the internet. What's worse is that we didn't know it at first. It wasn't until the paramedics who arrived at the scene reported that when they arrived, Floyd had no pulse. Autopsies found the death to be homicide, so he died in front of our eyes, struggling to breathe, as one of the officers jokes around and tells onlookers who are objecting to what they are seeing in broad daylight not to do drugs. As the protests started, things just got worse. We see the police attacking people with batons and shields, pushing them down, beating them, firing rubber bullets. We see politicians on the right praise people that the protesters go after, people who are instigating more violence, from a man shooting arrows shouting "All lives matter" to a guy wielding a sword. All lives should matter, but it won't be a true statement until it truly includes all lives, which includes Black lives. Black lives matter too. It became very real all around the world, and now you see protesters saying, "We are in this together. We are in this COVID-19 pandemic and its opposition to police brutality together." Black Lives Matter is being chanted around the world, from people to corporations. Even the NFL, who seemed to stand with Trump as he politicized black players protesting police brutality on the field, came out with a statement from the commissioner saying that they were in the wrong and that Black Lives Matter. At the time, Trump tried to make the movement seem as if black players were against the nation and the flag, even though they said it was for police brutality. Trump isn't going to apologize for this, nor is he going to make any statements about this other than possibly call the movement a form of terrorism, yet he calls the racist that marched with neo-Nazi symbolism here in America very fine people. No, he'll continue to hide in his bunker. Oh, sorry, I meant inspect his bunker for days. I can go on this all day, but let's get into the news before I get carried away. Welcome to Woke52, week 23. I'm your cadence lead bear, HilaHila. I'm a bear at what is barely a bar, serving drinks that you did not order. Don't worry if I might frown if you leave with no tip found at what is barely a bar. Tip your bears! Protests go global and continue in the U.S. even after Trump's call for domination against citizens. A fence goes up around the White House, and Trump hides in the bunker. D.C.'s mayor renamed a street Trump took a church photo op on, which leads to the White House, to Black Lives Matter Plaza. Faith leaders have denounced the photo op, and the ACLU sues over use of force against protesters. Former Defense Secretary Jim Mattis accused Trump of trying to divide America and denounced having military respond to U.S. citizens exercising their constitutional freedom. Other Republicans, including John Kelly, Colin Powell, and Senator Murkowski, and more back Mattis's words or endorse Joe Biden. Al Sharpton announces a new march on Washington in late August that will be led by families of black people killed by police. Hong Kong residents go against Beijing with annual vigil in Victoria Park, and the UK offers refuge to them. Fox News focuses on how good the stock market is after bad things happen to black people, which trended Fox News is racist, and The Simpsons predicted it again. Boom, 52 seconds. Thank you for watching. If you like these news blasts, feel free to share Bear with your friends. You can also like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications alert bell to stay woke 52 times a year in 52 seconds of news. Want even more news with your favorite news bear? Feel free to stay till the end to watch some clips or images with me. Bye for now.
Color so bright it can't be missed. The mayor of Washington, D.C. ordered the streets be painted to send a message that Black Lives Matter. The words stretching well beyond a full city block on a street that leads to the front door of the White House.
We want to call attention today to making sure
It has been a difficult time for our country, in particular, Black people in our country. First, my condolences to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of Black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much needed change in this country. Without Black players, there would be no National Football League. And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of Black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family.
So essentially, these police you see right here, and they're advancing again. Press. And now they're, you see what's going on now. Now there's just a lot of violence erupting. Ben, back up, back up.
Somewhere deep in the mountains north of Santa Fe, an 11th century treasure box filled with millions worth of gold, emeralds, and antiquities has finally been found. And online, a community of treasure hunters is going wild.
The unfindable has been found.
Forrest Finn is an 89-year-old art collector who stashed the treasure more than 10 years ago in an effort to get people off their couches and into the great outdoors. Now telling me over the phone, a man from back east has finally deciphered the secret.
Encore, s'il te plaît, encore. Ah, c'est magnifique. Magnifique.
And mounted police to clear what has been an entirely peaceful protest. Not 98%, not 99%, but 100% peaceful protest here today.
You see what's a photographer. That's going on now.
Member of the press.
Now there's just a
fired at with rubber bullets. My cameraman has been hit. We've also seen tear gas being used. Here we go, they're moving through again. This is exactly what it looks like. Exactly what it looks like. We're just staying safely.
Oh! Whoa!